What's shaking, everybody? My name is Ross Mandell. I'm coming to you guys live today from Delray Beach, Florida. I'm at Scott Woolley Studios, and it's a very special day today. I've somehow met this young man along my journey as an influencer and as an educator. Met him at a live event, and we connected somehow. And he introduced me to some people, and we did a little business deal. And I'm very grateful and appreciative of all that. And his name is Kellan Ness. He's a genuine dichotomy. He's like two different people. When I met him and I checked him out, I heard OnlyFans, and I see he's tatted up, and he's got diamonds and bling. And then on the other side, he introduced me to this amazing young woman, his wife, pregnant, gorgeous, just the whole package. And he went through some sort of a transformation. I just asked him, I go, were you born again? Because I know he's found Christ. He's done a pivot in life. And all the great ones at one point or another are able to make that pivot towards greatness. And I'm a 68-year-old cat that's got a lot of miles on him. And when I see that pivot in a young man, and it's accompanied by a magnificent female partner, I know that it has real merit. It's just not a thing. It's not just a rap. It's just not a phase. Because oftentimes it's the woman that brings out the real man in a man. Kellan, thank you so much for coming up, brother.
Man, thank you for the kind words. That's the nicest anyone's talked about me in a long time. At least I've heard.
I call him like I see him, bro.
I appreciate that.
I'm authentic as fuck. And I can curse because it's my podcast. I love this.
Yeah, no. Good stuff.
Apple has a little check mark because I...
Yeah, it's funny that you said the woman makes me... I just texted her the other day how... I sent her a little paragraph just randomly saying how she's helped change me into becoming a better man and the man that I always... God-fearing man I always intended to be. So, and
it was a privilege. Just Stephanie, it was my girlfriend, my fiance, my wife, now my business partner, my ex, but she's really, as you see, in my life, right?
Yeah.
And she's beautiful and physically she's a specimen, etc. But her inner beauty is what truly allowed me to marry her and have children with her and all that kind of stuff. Because there's a lot of good-looking people in this world, especially you're from Miami, right? We're in South Florida. It's, beauty is prevalent. But, people ask me about her and all this and that. I say, look, when I was with her, I was a better man. She made me a better man. And there's nothing more important as you go through this journey we call life than to have a partner that makes you better.
Yeah, she won't even let me park in the handicap parking spot.
That's an outrage. I have a handicap sticker because I'm older, but still I'm not so handicapped. But that shows you that's quality stuff, bro.
Yeah, she does everything by the damn book.
Well, you'll have to sneak around a little bit, but you have to make sure you take care of her for the rest of her life.
1,000%.
That's a great thing. Yeah. Rocky, we salute you. And you just saw my better half, right? And so she kept me in check and gave me beautiful children, and we have a beautiful family, and it's the biggest part of my life. But we're here to talk about you today.
Let's do it.
So I see like a lot of tattoos. I see bling and diamonds, and you have a presence, bro. Another thing I want to share is I was at the Aspire tour a little like 4 weeks ago, and my brother here was on stage, and he was a little nervous. And had his family with him and some friends and the kids. And he rocked the stage. He rocked it. You're just so genuine. And that's what comes across. You know what I'm saying? Being real. Not selling some bullshit.
That was my first speaking engagement.
I thought so.
And
who comes out and surprises you on stage?
Gary V.
Gary V. I mean, come on, man. That's a statement.
Yeah, it was crazy in front of 4,200 people. And that was my first speaking engagement. That was a really cool experience. And shout out to Dan Fleischman. Anyone watching this?
Dan made it happen, right? The Aspire guys.
Yeah.
It's so great. So what I like to do, Kellan, is I like to dial the clock back.
Okay, let's do it.
I like to take you back to early childhood, mom and dad, if there was, brothers, sisters, the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You didn't come out of the womb all tatted up with diamond chains and all the good stuff that you have on today. So tell us about early childhood. What was life like?
So I was born in Portland, Oregon.
You poor thing.
Born in Portland,
I didn't know you were
Oregon.
handicapped.
Yeah. So born in Portland, Oregon. My mom and my dad split when I was 3. My mom took me to this little farm town called Galt, California. It's about 30 minutes south of Sacramento, the capital of California. Grew up there. Amazing place to be raised. Very tight-knit community, small town, 27,000 people.
Wow, I had no idea.
Everyone knows everyone. You got Little League. My mom coached me in basketball from, kindergarten all the way up to high school. Played all sports, baseball, basketball. Had a really good childhood. I was spoiled as shit till about 2008, and then the market crashed. And then we were trying to move to Boise, Idaho. So 8th grade, my mom sends me to go live with my grandparents. And right as I'm about to go into, high school.
Where did they live? Grandparents?
Boise.
Oh, okay. So
Boise.
They lived in Idaho. Okay.
Yeah. So moved there for a year while my parents tried to sell the house.
And that was right before high school. So that
Right
was
before.
traumatic, bro. All your friends were in California. Everybody. Right?
Honestly, I liked it.
Okay.
I don't know why. My best friend moved with me too.
Oh.
And his parents moved over there, got a house. So I had my best friend with me. We're the 2 cool kids from California.
I get it.
And all the girls loved us. It was a cool experience. I liked meeting new people. I wasn't scared. I was always very outgoing. I think
that's what makes you a little different. Just so you know, a lot of people would have had tremendous anxiety and all these kind of things.
Yeah. I think just because my mom was like that. And then 2008 hit, and we couldn't sell our house.
Yeah,
house foreclosed. My mom was in real estate. She wanted to do real estate so she could be home closer to us. My stepdad was in a band. So my mom and stepdad were never there because he was in a band and they were always traveling. So I was raised by a TV and a babysitter, but I had a great childhood though. Just my mom was never there. Big house, got whatever the fuck I wanted until 2008 hit. And then life changed dramatically. We were poor, never had money. And going into high school, I wanted to try to figure out ways to make money for myself. I started selling weed.
This is in Idaho?
No, this was
still in Cali?
Yeah, we moved back to California because we couldn't sell our home. And so I was
okay.
So I was back in California in Galt, and high school was the best 4 years of my life. So much fun.
You selling dope?
Yeah.
So you're making a few dollars.
I had a few dollars, and it was just dude, we should have had a TV show. We had barn parties. We were riding quads, tipping cows. Just sports were fun. I played high school basketball, baseball, and then golf. I started getting really good at golf. I was going to get a scholarship for golf, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I was good.
That's amazing.
And then decided not to do that. And
now, were you using drugs? You were not just selling dope, right? You were getting high?
Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed in high school.
Okay.
And I drank. And then I quit drinking. Oh, I did have I kind of got addicted to pills in high school at one point because I had knee surgery, and the doctor was giving me a bunch of pills, so I liked those.
The opiates.
Yeah, the opiates.
Painkillers.
That became a problem, and then my mom became an alcoholic after 2008. So home life was kind of crazy. It was just kind of a lot going on, and then my stepdad cheated on my mom. You hear this story? So it was the night after prom. And we come home, and my stepdad asked us, "Hey, I have a coworker. She needs help moving her house." So he's like, "I'll give you guys each $100." He takes me and 5 of my friends to go help this lady move. And I already thought it was weird. I was like, "Why are we going to move this lady's house?" Come to find out, he was cheating on my mom for 3 years with this lady.
Oh boy,
what a dickhead, right? He takes me to go move this lady's house.
That's pretty low. I gotta tell you.
So. My mom, I told you, my mom raised me and all my friends. My house was the kick spot. We had the pool. She had all the snacks for us all the time. Everyone trusted my mom to let the kids come over and all hang out. And
Is she still alive?
Yeah. My mom's cool as fuck. She's sober like 10 plus years now.
You speak to her then, right?
Yeah. She's the best grandmother ever.
And where is she?
She lives in Washougal, Washington. Like 15.
Washougal.
Yeah, 15 minutes right outside.
All the way on
Portland,
the
Oregon.
West Coast.
Yeah, all the way
Okay.
West Coast. But she comes over all the time. We get her ticket. She comes, and when we have the baby, she's gonna come stay with us for a couple months.
Now, Rocky is very pregnant, right?
Yeah. She's close with my mom. Her and my mom
I was
are
going to
close.
ask that. So
Yeah,
you guys are like tight, yeah?
yeah, she's cool.
And what about Rocky's parents?
I haven't even met Rocky's parents yet.
This is an outrage.
Yeah, not even on the phone.
I have to create an intervention. When I have an intervention. Are
Yeah,
they here in America?
They're in Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
In Texas.
Mm.
Okay. This
Yeah.
is okay. This is like now we just hit a really interesting subject, but we're gonna move forward.
Yeah. So all high school
So
stuff.
your mom is sober now when she's out there.
Yeah, sober, chilling,
But
happy.
she was like the cool mom, and
Yeah, she would drink with us, but like she was always drunk and like yelling at me, and like I really resented her for a long time. So after high school,
I get it.
I wanted to get the fuck away. I moved to South Lake Tahoe for 2 years. I was a snowboarding instructor. I turned down my golf scholarship to grow weed and snowboard every day. Did that for 2 years. I realized that I was like just throwing my life away, and I really wanted to appease my dad. So the only reason I went to college was to like make my dad happy. I always just wanted his love.
I get it.
So I was lashing out, doing bad stuff, hanging out with all the wrong people to try to get his attention in all the wrong ways. And I was doing that unconsciously. And I never knew that until like I went to therapy and I uncovered that. You know what I'm saying? So
Great stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I spent a lot of years in therapy myself, so I get it.
So moved to Portland right after those 2 years, did a year there, just really went and fucked up bad at my dad's house.
Your dad was living in Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he lives in this place called Battleground, Washington. I just say Portland because we have
I get it.
immigration law firm down there. My mom is like super successful immigration lawyer.
Who is?
My stepmom. She's Filipino. Like all the big people in the Philippines, like underneath the president, like my dad's friends with the prime minister of finance, like best friends with him and shit.
You're making
like
a
that.
movie in the Philippines.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
Nice. Yeah. You ever go over there? We got condos. We got everything.
I'm going to be
They
going.
move presidential over there. Like
I
they're a
love
big
it.
deal.
I love it.
So after that, went to my dad's house, kind of just like went over there, messed up a lot of shit. And then I was like, fuck this. Like I'm moving back to California, moved back to California. And during this time, I worked a lot of odd jobs. My dad said if I was going to live there, I had to, get a job. Never had a job. Or I did like little miscellaneous jobs like in high school, but like I always sold weed. So I always had money. I hated listening to people. I always wanted to be like my own boss. So my stepmom, we have a lot of Filipino family. One of them was a manager they managed like 5 McDonald's. So they got me a job there, and it was right across the street from the community college. All the cute girls would come in there, and I was just like, fuck, man. They put me up at the front because I said I didn't want to touch the food because I was scared it was going to give me acne from all the oil and shit like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So they put me up front.
I had no idea you were like this.
Yeah, so one day I come in so hungover, like horrific. Like I didn't sleep. I was damn near like blacked out the night before, and I'm standing there at the front, and this lady, she comes out of the bathroom. She has a belt wrapped around her arm. She takes it off, and she's bleeding.
Wow.
She comes up to the front. She's like in trench coats, and she's just like, it was probably the worst smelling lady I've ever smelled in my life. And she goes and she's like licking the blood off her arm, and she comes in order, and there's like blood in her teeth. And I just looked at her, and I just projectile vomited all over her in the register, and I just walked out.
Good job.
Yeah.
How old were you when this is going on? Like,
I was 20. Yeah, I was 20 right when this
so
happened.
you're like just a wild kid in an odd way, right? It's like
Yeah.
wild.
I had a crazy life, dude. After that, I moved back to California. I got a job at Verizon Wireless, and I was hustling cell phones. And I was like the best. I was like, I really had like a knack for sales. And then I said, okay, if I could sell this shit, I could sell anything else. So I went into mortgage for a little bit. I worked for this place called Paramount Equity Mortgage, and I'd smile and dial. I was doing like 250, 300 phone calls a day. And I was like one of the top guys there. And that was pretty cool. And then I went into, after that, I worked for like this crazy lady she was like insane, dude. She had a thing for me. But the thing is I worked with her husband. So she would spoil me, dude. She bought me a BMW. She would buy me Gucci,
Bro.
Louis Vuitton. She'd buy me all this shit.
Do you have a number?
She's now passed away, actually.
Damn it.
Rest in peace.
Damn it.
But she would like, I was like her sugar baby. You know what I'm saying?
Were you fooling around with her?
So listen to this. One time, we were going to Huntington Beach, and I was a drug addict at this time, opiates again.
Using.
Yeah. And she would use that against me. So I didn't know she really had a thing for me until this happened. And this is a crazy, crazy story. So we fly there. She puts us in first class. We get there, and we just closed a huge deal with one of the big auto dealerships, $50,000 deal in direct mail, a couple-month campaign. And so we go out to dinner, celebrate. We're having drinks. We're sitting on the beach, and then she tries to kiss me. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, I work with your husband, and I see your daughter every day. Like, this shit is crazy. And then
So you didn't kiss her back, really?
no, fuck no.
Oh, I just gotta ask.
No. So we go back to the rooms, and all of a sudden I get a phone call, and it's her. She's like, "Hey, come to my room. I'm sorry, dude." I go into the room. There's a chair sitting in front of the bed, and this is fucked up.
It's a good story.
So she's laying in bed, and the covers are up to her neck, and she's like, "Sit down." She's like, "If you're not gonna fuck me, you're gonna watch." And she sits there and starts finger blasting herself right in front of me, and I was just like, "Holy fuck!" After that, and then she's like, "You could leave now," and we go.
Everybody needs a hobby, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. No, dude, this is crazy
No
because
judgment.
I called lawyers. I called like 10 lawyers. I'm like, yo, I'm being sexually harassed. Like, this is crazy. Dude, and she's showing me text messages. She's like, you ever say anything? She's like, I'm going to send this to my lawyer saying that you tried to touch me. You tried to do bad things to me. And dude, and every lawyer told me, no court is ever going to believe you.
I get it.
Because I'm a man. It's fucked up.
That's the way, it's the Me Too movement and all that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah. So after that, what else did I do? I was like, fuck this. I had this dude named Darren Sadler. He's like, look, Kellan, you're going to quit your job tomorrow. You're going to move with me and my boy Chase to San Diego, and we're going to teach you personal development. We're going to get you reading books, and you're going to learn sales, and you're going to learn to get out of the rat race. Because honestly, until then, I thought 9 to 5 and just finding a job that was going to pay you well was like a thing. I never had anyone to really mentor me. I never learned anything about finances and how to take care of that stuff or anything.
No guidance at all.
Zero fucking guidance, not even from my parents.
I get it.
So I saw these guys. This guy's a millionaire, and he's like trying to take me under his wing. I was like, you know what? So literally, I left my apartment, walked out of my lease. I left my girlfriend, and I left my job. I got my last $8,000 check. I moved to San Diego, and these guys are like, all right, we're going to start a business. So what we did is like Airbnbs were a thing at this time. So he's like, look, my mom cleans houses. You're going to start a business to start making money down here. So first day I start posting on Craigslist. I get a call from this guy that owns a bunch of Airbnbs. Say, I pay you $5,000 a month to clean all my Airbnbs. So I start doing that. And I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to be a maid. And I started trying to hire people. It just wasn't working. And then we got into Facebook and Instagram ads. Started doing that for a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell this to all my car connections from selling direct mail, because I knew all these GMs at all these dealerships, and I had great relationships. Everyone loved me. And I'm sober at this time, by the way. And so these guys told me, I had this guy, Rick Vidal, I'll never forget, at Costa Mesa Mazda or something like that. And he said he was interested. He's like, let's do it, blah, blah, blah. Sounds great. So I go back in there to get the check the next day. And then he's like, okay, you can't do it today, blah, blah, blah. Come back the next day. He keeps putting it off. And these guys tell me like, hey, if you want to live with us, you either go get that check or we're putting you out and we're sending you back to Sacramento.
You got to close.
Yep. So I go sit in that guy's car dealership for like 4 or 5 days straight for hours, and to the point where it's fucking weird. And I didn't get the check, and they sent me back to Sacramento. Then I started my own business, Facebook, Instagram ads. I started working with all these gyms. That was like my niche. I was competing with Alex Hermosi, like right when he first started. I got on the phone with him and I told him to quit calling my gyms. I was like, yo, quit trying to steal my fucking clients, blah, blah, blah.
So what were you doing? You were actually going to businesses, let's say in this case gyms.
Door-to-door sales, yeah.
And saying you're going to promote them, you're going to get them to buy ads, and you're going to manage that, right? Is that what it is?
So I had it all set up really cool. So I had like my own BDC. So what I'd do is we would run ads. They'd call into my BDC, and I'd make appointments for these gyms for clients to come in and sell them. And I actually worked with Uriah Faber, and I made him like $100,000 in 1 month. Uriah Faber is a super famous like UFC
I know him
fighter.
very well.
Yeah, and he had a gym in Sacramento.
Yes, very famous.
Yeah, that was my first big client. And then what I did is I worked with all these gyms in Sacramento. I was getting these guys for 17 cents a lead, and 6 months later, leads were becoming like $10 to $15 because I raised my own fucking price because I had all these gyms competing against each other. So that went to shit. And then I was broke as fuck for a long time.
But you were making money. You were just blowing it, right? You were spending it, right?
No, I was still living paycheck to paycheck, even with like the gyms. I was just making enough to like cover the bills and pay for the ads and stuff like that. The business was cool, but it wasn't like I was making crazy fuck you money. And then I had $0 left to my name. I called my dad, said, "Dad, I need a car. Like, help me out." I didn't have a car.
Wow,
And,
California, no car.
He gave me $4,000. One of my best friends, Michael Fuentes at the time, helped me lease a brand new Mazda. It was like $250 a month for the car. I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And I used that car. I had $17 left in my account, and I posted on my Instagram that day, like, look, I need work right now, like someone who could help me. My boy said, come over to my house. He was in the cannabis space, and he had all these jars of this shit. It was like this crystally marijuana stuff. It was called live resin. Never seen this shit before. He's like, post this on your Instagram story. And I was very popular in Sacramento at this time. And I was like a club promoter trying to make extra money.
You had no money, but you were popular.
So. Yeah. I was like good looking dude, you know. All
I get
girls.
it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You know, because I always partied. I was always partying. I was always out, fucking off.
You were known.
Chasing women.
You were young.
Stupid.
You were hustling.
Yeah. No direction. So I posted on my story. I made $780 my first day selling the live resin stuff. And then I got into cannabis, and I was like, I just saw dollar signs, and I started making good money. That was like my first year. I made a couple $100,000. I was operating in the black market.
Do you remember what year that was?
2018.
2018.
That's the first year that I actually started making money to where I could I started buying gold chains, watches, all the shit.
Was it legal what you were doing, or was it edgy? Gray area.
Gray area. Because I operated in the legal market, and then obviously, you know, marijuana is like a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying?
I do know.
Yeah.
That's one thing I know about.
So I started doing that, and, you know, I got tired of it. It's very shitty. I got robbed a bunch of times, guns put to my head.
Imagine.
Robs for, you know, a lot of crazy stuff happened.
You didn't get killed or shot.
I was hanging out with like, you know, I was like hanging out with gangs and shit like that, and it was just, I was going down a bad path, hanging down with people that were trying to convince me to do things that I never wanted to do. So I went home one day with my ex. I was with her for 5 years, and I said, hey, I'm quitting cannabis, and we're going to do social media full time. There's no plan B. First year, we hit 3 million followers.
Wow.
My first video on TikTok did 3 million views. I grew 17,000 followers. And then it was just kind of like a wrap from there. I blew up in 3 years. I had 7.2 million followers on TikTok, 1.5 million on YouTube, and kind of just built a personal brand after that. And
you're monetizing, right?
Yeah.
We're paying you some money. It's not great money, right?
Yeah, it wasn't great money. You know, I had all these followers, and I didn't know how to make money at the time.
I get it.
If I would have known what I know today, I would have been
how to curate those followers, right?
Multi-millionaire, because I never was like a crazy businessman, you know. So I had to but what I did, what I'm really proud of myself for doing is I made myself so well known, and I connected with anyone and everyone. I was in the couples niche, so I made it a point to go network with every single couple. Anyone that I saw blowing up on TikTok, I reached out to them, told them congratulations. Yo, you know, I'll bring you brand deals every once in a while. And what I did is I'd bring all these people brand deals and get them paid, and just you know, just connect and just let people know I was available. And then my ex, we started doing OnlyFans. Right? She never posted anything crazy on there. I wouldn't let her.
So this was a girlfriend of yours?
Yeah, girlfriend. And then I had my son.
And so you set up an OnlyFans account for her with all these followers, right?
All these followers started making 20, 30 grand a month.
And what is she doing on the OnlyFans?
Just like lingerie stuff, like implied nudity. That's the best way to do it.
Without really being too crazy.
Without being too crazy.
And what do they charge? You charge like it's a subscription, right?
Yeah, subscription, and then you sell stuff in the DMs. It's OnlyFans is crazy.
Crazy.
So she hated doing it, so we found an agency. I met this Jewish guy, Andrew Bachman. He was introduced to me by this kid named Jan Lemieux. And Andrew was like, hey, bring me clients. She started making all this money, and she would tell me like, hey, you need to make more money. I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm trying to manage us and do all this shit.
She was hot. She was very attractive.
Yeah, she's attractive. Yeah. And she was
and
like,
where would you film the content?
Just at the house,
like
wherever.
in your apartment, right? It's not a big deal, right?
Yeah, you don't want to do like, no, we had a very beautiful home on the lake.
I understand, but I'm just saying you don't need like a studio and all that.
No,
right?
no. You want cell phone stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
You want it to feel like personal.
Really gritty, personal. I get it.
Yeah. So Andy's like, yo, he took us from $30,000 to $80,000 our first month.
A month. That's big, bro.
Yeah, it's big. And
did he have a lot of different models like that kind of thing?
He was working with all the biggest people in the space at the time. He probably had about 100 models when I first came on.
And how did he get a percentage?
Yeah, he gets a percentage.
Like 10%, 20% like
40,
that? How much?
30 to 50%.
That's big money.
Yeah, depending on like what the agency does for you. So I told him like, hey, Alex is making all this money. I feel like inferior. Like she's bitching at me, telling me she doesn't want to be the breadwinner. I need to make money, dude. Like, is there anything I could do? He said, bring me clients. I brought him 40 of the biggest clients of his biggest clients in the first month.
And what kind of clients? You mean the OnlyFans clients?
OnlyFans clients. So I went and convinced all these TikTok couples to start an OnlyFans.
Really?
And I changed all these couples' lives.
Wow.
I don't know in a good way or a bad way. I really wish I didn't introduce some of these people, but their lives are, I guess, better because of it. They're all making $100,000 plus a month. I have one couple that makes $400,000.
What do they do?
Some of them are fucking on there, and then some are just doing like the implied nudity. Some took it and ran with it, which I don't know. I pray to God that
that's okay. Listen, that's their journey. You can't. Listen, God judges, not us. Understand that.
Yeah. No, of course. So, I did that for 4 years. I helped build that agency.
What was it called, the agency?
Creators Inc.
Okay, it was big, right?
Yeah, did some amazing stuff. I did
millions of dollars to make it.
Yeah, they were doing like close to $100 million a year at peak.
And this guy Andrew was his, or he was just?
No, it's his. Yeah.
So he made a lot of money.
Made a lot of money. And
did he look after you properly? Or?
He helped me. He helped me for sure. But I did a lot for that company. It was cool. We did a lot of cool stuff. We did New York Fashion Week. We did Miami Swim Week 3 years in a row.
Huge. That's huge, bro.
Yeah, we did through the biggest Art Basel party where I had 50 Cent come perform and some of the other biggest artists in the world. We did a lot of cool stuff. I have some of my best memories with Andrew, and he was like a brother to me, and he was like the person I needed in my life, that I always wanted in my life, whether it was a brother or a dad. He was there for me a lot. But
at that time.
Yeah.
Something happened though, right?
Yeah, I just didn't like how things ended.
You want to talk about it? Let me tell you why I ask. So when I met you, and I don't remember at what point, I wish I could tell you, I just don't know. Somebody said to me, who's that guy? It was you.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, that's the OnlyFans guy. And so right away I heard that. I said, oh,
yeah,
because I'm very interested in that kind of stuff because, listen, I like to make money too. And
yeah.
I understand that that's one way to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly, I'm building a media business. I want to know. So they said, yeah, he's a great kid. He did great work, but then he got fucked. So if you want to talk about that a little bit, it was because that's out there.
Yeah. No.
But this is before I ever had a conversation with you.
Yeah. No. I just don't feel like what was given to me was fair. I did a lot for that company, and the separation agreement. I just don't feel like the way it was handled was very fair, and he knows that. If he watches this, he knows. But we talked about it. I forgave him, and I said some things online. He forgave me, and we still talk to this day.
I didn't know that. It's nice.
Yeah, I wish that we were closer still, just because I loved him like as a brother, dude.
I get it.
He was the closest thing I ever had to family outside of having a family.
Right. And the funny thing is, you can't pick your family, but as an older guy that goes through life, you make your own family.
Yeah.
You have that option in life. You're born with your family. That's just the luck of the draw, right?
Yeah.
And but along the way, you can make your own family. It's one of the most beautiful things. You just met my family. And it's one of the most beautiful things in the world is that you can create your own family on planet Earth. It's like special, and that's what a great life brings.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, if you're fortunate.
I'm grateful for what he paid me though, because if he would have paid me what I felt I deserved, it would have just prolonged my relationship with God. It would have just pushed that back. And if
You mean your relationship with the devil, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah. No, it's fair to say because I ran out of money after, because I quit and I didn't have a backup plan. Because I told her, she told me, she's like, hey, I don't see my man, working in that space.
And my husband, essentially.
Yeah, her husband. And I told her, I was like, hey, I respect that. And I wanted to show her that I was all in, So I show her that I respect and care about how she feels. So I was like, fuck it, I quit. And the cool thing is I was praying to God so much. And my friend Chet Hanks, do you know Tom Hanks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so his son Chet is one of my really good friends. He came to stay with me. And he, he's part of my testimony. He came and, God used him to get to me and kind of prime me. And then one day I called Andy, and it was on a Sunday, and I told him, hey, I'm done, brother. Like, I'm out. And the funny thing is I was talking with my pastor. His name's Pastor Darrison, a couple months prior. And this is when I lived in Scottsdale. And me and him were kind of close. And I felt like he always kind of kept his distance a little bit just because of the industry that I was in. And he has to protect his energy. He's a pastor. So I respect it. But I called him because he just moved to Miami too. So I hadn't talked to him for about 3 months. I was like, Pastor Darrison, I'm out. I quit, dude. He's like, Kellan, you won't believe this. Yesterday, you got brought up. And I was telling a friend about you. And I was telling him the calling over your life is way bigger. The calling over your life is way bigger than the industry that you're in, and your testimony is going to save hundreds, if not thousands of lives and get them out of the OnlyFans space. And we prayed that you would leave that industry yesterday.
Wow, that's...
And now you called me today, and I'm right here with the same man that I was talking about yesterday. Now you're telling me that you left the industry? That's how strong my pastor's prayers are. He prayed for me, and I left the industry the next day.
And you didn't know, right?
No clue. I hadn't talked to him for 3 months.
That's a crazy story, bro. It's evidence of God's work, But let me ask you, see, you just woke up that day, Rocky was, very much in your life, etc. And you made this decision. But it wasn't you didn't handle it in a business-like way.
No.
It was very impulsive, right? Because you could have got a separation. You could have got bought out. You could have done some things probably, right?
Yeah, I did get bought out, just not for what I was looking for.
Right, because it was probably a big deal.
I had 63 active clients when I left, and I'd say those clients made that company anywhere from one. I know this is a very broad range because I never got to truly see the numbers.
Yep.
So anywhere from, I would say, $2 to maybe $8 million a year.
It's raw money.
And I got a very little check.
I wish you knew me because I would have negotiated a deal for you and structured it in a way that you wouldn't have had to worry about it.
Yeah. Because
you can annuitize things and take things in a certain way.
Yeah, I wasn't a good businessman. It's my fault.
Well, you're still young. Don't beat yourself up, bro. But, we all look back with some regret. We all could have made better decisions, but we're here today, and it's about what we do today and how we approach, tomorrow. If we're blessed to see tomorrow. I mean, there's 800,000 people on planet Earth that are not going to see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Isn't that a crazy number? 800,000 people have no idea this is the last day.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm grateful, for that whole experience because it made me into the man that I am today. I've been, I gave my life to Christ about 8 months ago.
Beautiful.
And I've been working in the crypto space.
Mm-hmm.
I just started, me and Rocky, we actually started trading with my friend. His name's Brap, and he's like the only profitable trader that I know in the Forex space that trades live twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And he's making anywhere from $100,000 to $350,000 a month.
I just want to caution you because, if you don't handle it correctly, it's going to go like that. It's going to go like that. It's going to go like that. Then one day you're going to wake up, it's all going to be gone to zero. So you have to know how to preserve your capital. I'm just warning you because every bull market, and we're in the biggest bull market in the history of mankind right now.
Yeah.
And there's going to be all kinds of people doing all kinds of great stuff, making all kinds of money. And then a year from now, you're going to see it's all gone. I mean, zeroed out. All of this space, all these coins, all this. I'm just sharing this with you.
Yeah, 100%.
So you have to know how to collar and hedge and spread and do different things to protect your capital. It's the most important thing in the world is preserve your capital. Because if you have your capital, you can always come back and play another day.
Yeah, so I was saying like this is kind of like the last year to get into crypto and make some money before, like you said, it all goes to zero.
Well, this is going to be a great year.
Yeah,
It's going to be the year of digital assets. The banks are trying to wreck it, just so you know. That's why all these crypto right now, the big 4 coins that I trade are soft right now. But the truth is, I like them when they're soft because that's when I buy
What are
them.
yours for? I'll tell you mine. What are yours?
It's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, it's Solana, and XRP.
Those are my 4.
And everything else is just a complete scam. And of course, stable coins are, but that's tied to the dollar, et cetera.
Yeah, I like World Liberty Financial too.
I don't want to even comment on this right now because it's a real space. I'm really an expert on these kind of things, and I know more about these markets than almost anybody that you'll ever speak to. Yeah. Anybody at my level is retired, is living on a private island in penthouse apartments and $50 million homes. And the only reason I'm available is because the feds came in, because I'm a disruptor, and took about $65 million out of our bank accounts. You met Stephanie.
Yeah.
I was in her bank accounts.
Yeah.
$65 million and another $150 million of mine. And probably cost me a total of $350 million all in. But hard money was about $215 million, so you know.
Yeah.
She hasn't got over it. She's still corrupt because it's about protecting capital. I always did. Who knew the government could come in and do these kind of things? Because we're not criminals.
Yeah.
We did nothing wrong. But I found a different way that companies can go public and didn't have to pay all the big tolls, all the big fines, the big fees in Lower Manhattan. You go overseas, you do it, then you bring it back. It costs nothing, very little. I didn't realize I was costing J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley $100 billion a year. That's real money. So that they wanted to teach me a lesson. But they did try to buy me out, and I was a little arrogant. They offered me $300 million. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I already have $300 million.
Yeah.
What are you giving me?
Yeah.
They said to me, we're giving you a chance to walk away. I didn't know who I was talking to. I was talking to power. But that's a whole nother, this is your day. So, you were told to me the day that we met originally at that Man in the Arena tour. I was with Eric Spofford that day.
Love Spofford.
Somebody told me, and I don't know who, said that he's the OnlyFans guy, and he got screwed. Like they made it sound like the guy ran off with the money, but I guess he's still around, right?
Yeah. He's still running his company. He started a new company that's actually really successful. He's doing well.
Still doing the OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, he's still doing.
That's a crazy business. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Any subscription model is crazy.
Yeah, he has one girl right now. He was telling me that's making $2 million a month.
I hope she puts it away carefully because one day it's just going to be gone. It's going to be over, and she'll end up being broke and old.
Yeah.
So she's got to be smart about it. These people have got to be, they got to understand what's coming.
Did they come out with like a new tax, like a sin tax or something?
It's a proposal, yes.
Yeah, it's a proposal here in Florida.
It is a proposal in Miami, in the state of Florida. Correct. There's all kinds of, listen, I promise you this. Correct. I'm 68 years old, and you get to a certain point, and there's someone in government. We have the best government in the world, but there are people in government that do bad things. The prosecutors lied about my case. The special agents lied on the stand, and they have the right to lie, and nobody gives a shit. And they fucked me over because somebody put a hit on me, because big money corporations, the big players.
You're sticking it to them.
They use the DOJ.
Sticking it to the man.
Look what they did to Trump. He was a former president. He's a billionaire. with no criminal history. He leaves the office and they hit him with 92 felonies. And he's convicted of 32, and he's sitting in the White House right now. I was only convicted of 4.
Yeah.
I could be a senator.
Yeah.
I mean, 32, he's sitting in the White House. He's guilty. 32, felony. He didn't do shit wrong. It's just that it's so corrupt. And there are some people that just do such bad things, and they're in government.
Yeah.
It's really scary. So, all right, so this is interesting. So you say, with a little love and pressure from the rockster over there, said, I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah.
And you didn't negotiate a really great deal.
No.
And he didn't treat you very fairly, from what I'm guessing. Especially if these people are still...
I don't think so.
If you brought these people in, and you're entitled to get a piece, even what they call a trailer, pretty much forever.
Yeah.
They call it in perpetuity in a contract.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
they're signed for a couple of years, and if they're making anywhere from just say they even brought the company $1 million a year.
Correct.
I got I'd say at least deserve 10% of that.
That's 10% is a fair number.
That's 100,000, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I got paid $20K
for each one.
No, fuck no. I got paid $20,000 total.
I would have sued him, but
I can't. I signed a paper where I couldn't sue.
Let's sue anyway. You signed under direct. You signed with a lawyer.
Yeah, he has a very good Mormon lawyer. He was a federal prosecutor for the DOJ.
He should be shot and killed if he allowed you to sign that
for
$20,000.
He was a federal prosecutor for the DOJ for 8 years. He's one of the best lawyers in the United States.
That means you're really a criminal.
Mm-hmm. Lawyers are just criminals.
Correct.
With license.
They're licensed hitmen.
I don't know. Lauren was a good dude. He was
not if you let you sign something like that. I'm sorry to tell you. That's not. But that's neither here nor there right now. So okay, now. Did you save money? Were you saving money? You just had like a big overhead and everything.
No, I had zero. To be honest, actually, I had money in a S&P 5 in a Schwab account, and then I have it in a. I had money in a life insurance policy that was making like 17% too.
That's good.
Where you could
whole life
borrow against it and
Correct.
stuff like
It's called whole life.
Yeah, so I got one of those for me, got one of those for my son. And, I had my Schwab account, so I had like 30 or 40K in there, and then I had some other money in that. But
when did all this happen with the separation? You said like 8 months ago? Or?
8 months ago, yeah.
So it's sort of newish in your life.
It's newish, yeah.
And the rockster's about 8 months pregnant, right? I mean, a lot of things are happening this last year.
I put her through a lot, honestly, a lot of stress. But I'm finally in a position where, I'm coming into a lot of money. And it's going to be really good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm super grateful. I literally kept my head down for 8 months, operated at an extremely high level, and just took mass positive action. And I'm winning right now.
That's good. It's about every day is a new adventure. That's something I can tell you that I've learned. Every day I wake up with intention.
Yeah, just focus on the day and you can't worry about the past. You can't worry too much about the future.
Nope.
And it's just like execute on what you got to get done that day.
You just got to be very intentional about your day. And, God is listening. It's some people don't like the word God. So, it's the universe is listening, or the creator, or some energy force. But to me, God is it's 3 letters. It rolls off my tongue. It means everything to me.
Yeah.
So, I get that. But yes, so, I have no doubt you'll come back and you'll be bigger and better than before.
Yeah.
And that's a great, great story. So tell me how you met this lovely young woman that's sitting in the studio.
Man, so this was an interesting one. So I was on TikTok, and I used to stream on TikTok Live, and I would do like this speed dating type of thing where I'd just bring girls on there, and I would just be ridiculous. I'd say crazy shit to them and just be funny, and I'd have anywhere between like 250 and 1,000 people watching me at a time.
Wow, it's a lot
for hours.
For live.
Like I'd do it for 2 or 3 hours a night. And Rocky, she happened to pop in there, and I was doing like this fucking goofy ass face, and she's like, "Don't ever make that face again." And like anytime my chat would see like a cute girl in the comments, they would harass them and like get them to come up. So she was feeling a little under the weather, so she didn't want to turn on the camera, but she came up. She talked to me. She was on for a whole hour. And then my chat, I told her, I was like, "Hey, I'm not letting you off this until you send me your phone number." So she went on Instagram, sent me her number, and my chat was like, take her on a date tomorrow, take her on a date tomorrow, because she was in Miami. And I shit you not, this was my first day in Miami. This is my first day here. So
From where? Where'd you come from?
I moved from Scottsdale. I was in
did not know
Scottsdale.
that. You just come to Miami. You're doing this. You're streaming live on TikTok.
Yeah.
And this beautiful young woman is she's playing. She's on, right?
Yeah, this little rascal pops in there and like.
Boy, talk about a successful live stream.
Yeah, after I got off the live, we stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning talking.
Just because she gave you the phone number.
She called me.
Yeah, I called her.
I didn't expect him to call me.
That night?
Yeah, I called her that night. Yeah, so we stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning, and I hadn't done that shit since high school. You know, who do you talk to?
It's
on
like
the phone
high school,
for
right? I get
4
it.
hours. I was like, damn. I was like, okay, that was a good conversation. So
Now you're single at this time?
yeah, I'm single at this time,
Okay.
and so I take her to my chat was like, take her out. So I take her to Makoto the next day, and then we go back home and we live stream that night after dinner.
Dog. You guys fooled around that night?
No, I tried.
Of course you tried.
I was touching
All
on some butt cheeks and stuff like that.
right. I get it.
Yeah,
I mean, took you to Makoto. I mean, that's a top shelf sushi.
She made me
Bell
wait.
Harbor.
She made so after that night, we stayed together for 20 days straight.
I want to ask some questions now. This is getting exciting.
20 days straight. But she didn't let me fool around for almost 2 or 3 months.
Stop it now.
Yeah.
20 days you hung out and she wasn't, she was kissing you and everything.
Yeah, we were smooching, holding hands and stuff like that. But
no nudity.
No, I think I was like dry humping her like I was like in high school.
No lap dances?
No lap.
Rocky,
no nothing.
what? Stop this.
This woman has real respect for herself. And that's why I told her if I would have slept with you the first night, we wouldn't be in this position today.
You never know. She might be more pregnant. Might have the kid already.
No.
I'm playing.
I'm telling you, this woman has a lot of respect for herself.
But
she carries herself well.
Let me, I want to just, for the audience too, this is a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
So you do a live stream, this speed dating thing.
Yeah.
But your first night in Miami.
Yes. First night in Miami.
That's, I don't know how you organize that, but I'm just,
no. So
I put nothing past you.
Yeah, no. So on TikTok,
it's all live, right?
Yeah, on TikTok, it's just kind of randomized. You just click a button and it shows you who's on live, and I would just click the cute girls and just bring them up.
Right. I get it. So
or
you're just talking. You're in the apartment. Your apartment, right?
Yeah.
And so you notice her.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have a camera on.
She doesn't have the camera on. So I thought she was a catfish at first.
I was gonna guess like some guy, some fat dude.
The thing is I don't even do social media, and that night because I was sick, I just happened to be scrolling on lives.
Come on now. When he went to the bathroom, you told me you were doing OnlyFans and everything.
No.
I'm sorry. I should have said it.
Yeah.
I'm playing everybody.
No, so I kept scrolling into his live, and I'm like, this kid is ridiculous. He's just in here stream dating. And he kept making these weird faces, he'd get a girl off and like riz them up. It's just, yeah.
But you found him entertaining.
Yeah, he was entertaining.
I find him very entertaining.
She told me it was like watching like good like reality TV.
Right, a wacko, right? A wild dude. But he's good looking and he's clever.
Dude, I was doing funny shit. I was like pouring honey into my mouth and doing a bunch of like hilarious
stuff. This is
stuff.
crazy stuff. This is crazy stuff. I love this. This is a great conversation. I mean, because I happen to know you guys, it's like this is to discover this, how you guys came about. It's like one of the craziest like first dates.
Yeah, so check this out. So after that, we spent all this time together and we really started falling for each other. And then we kind of had like a little falling out. And then we just decided, hey, let's just be friends. So we were friends for like 3 months. And I'd call and harass her every day.
The thing is I had just got out of a long-term relationship.
8 years.
So
that's like a jail sentence.
I was trying to like pace myself before jumping into anything serious.
But then I
gotta say, listen, I'm an older cat, okay, and I might be a little, removed from this kind of shit. I'm single now for the first time in like 30 years.
And you're in Miami.
You saw my ex. I'm used to beautiful, great women, but like what I'm trying to understand is it's not odd. I'm talking to you now. But she's here, obviously. To go out to meet a girl, right? Let's say you sort of like each other. There's some sort of chemistry. You ask her out. She gives you the number. You call her up. You take her out. You go to, take her out nice, right? You spend a few dollars, right? And then you go to fool around with her, and she says, nope, not right this second, whatever. She puts off, she gives you the, maybe you kissed him, right? But, you draw a hard line, right? And then you spend like 2-3 weeks together where you see each other every day. Still, there's no fooling around.
You're probably kissing by the 20th day and stuff like
20. This is crazy. I never heard. I thought it's like a 3-date rule.
No.
Like 3 dates, you gotta.
I saw a lot in her. I saw a lot in her, and at this point, I dated around. I was single for 2 years.
Did you ever go 20 days with a girl that you really liked and she wouldn't do anything with you?
That's the thing. Like, I did like a 6-month celibacy before I met her, where I was just like, I really wanted to focus on myself and get better.
I get it.
And I was like in therapy, and I was trying to heal from my past relationship.
All right, that's good.
Because when I first broke up with my ex, I went out and I was just like,
that was that girl Alex you were telling me about.
Yeah. So I went out and I just kind of went crazy. When I was with Alex, I didn't drink for 2 years. And then after Alex, literally 2 months after, I'm out partying every day.
Not in Miami, though.
No, I was in Scottsdale going crazy.
And that's also a wild place for young people, right?
Yeah. And then I remember it was December 12/12 at 12 o'clock at night. And I was at a club 11/11. So listen to this. I look at the clock. It's 12/12, the date. And it's 12/12 at night when I look at the clock, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking around. I'm like, all these people are fucking lost. Like, what are we doing here? Like, everyone's trying to escape a reality that they do not want to be a part of. And I was smoking a blunt. I just ordered $3,000 worth of bottle service. I'm like, these people don't give a fuck. What am I doing here? I threw the blunt out and I paid and I just walked out. And everyone's like, where the fuck you go? And then I've been sober ever since. I'm like 700 and something days sober now from alcohol and weed.
Do you know I went 25 years completely sober?
Really?
Completely sober. 25 years. No weed, no nothing. No alcohol, not a sip.
Yeah.
Just so you know. So I get it. I'm very proud of you. It's a wild accomplishment.
Yeah.
Wild. But I also had a couple of moments like that. I looked around. I'm with all these people. They don't give a fuck about me.
No.
I don't even particularly care for them.
Yeah.
But I'm signing checks for $5,000 and $8,000 and $6,000, and they're looking at me like they deserve it or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I doing?
That's what I said. I'm like, what the
What am I
like, this
doing?
is empty. Like, this is, I do not feel anything good about this.
You should feel great when you go out with some people and you spend $3,000 on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. You should feel high.
Yeah.
She deserves that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying it. So, it's really, but it's a young man experiencing life, experiencing a little success, coming of age.
Yeah.
And God bless, you could have gone another 20 years. This guy's like, 50, doing the same thing, sick, and they have no kids, and they don't love anybody. Nobody loves them, and everything's about just buying company. That's what
ego.
they're doing. They're buying company. It's all ego.
And it all disappears in the morning.
It can, yes, it can. But I'm just saying it's just crazy that you guys sort of laid a foundation by not jumping into bed, maybe.
Yeah, no, and that's why I respected it. And I saw, the way she moved and how she carried herself. And I was like, wow, like this woman, she brings a lot of value. She's very intellectual. She's caring. She's sexy. She's smart. And the way she just like carries herself I was like, damn, like this, like I told myself, if I take this serious, this is the last one. And I'm gonna marry this woman. And I remember I seen her. She was I introduced her to my son. And when I lived in Scottsdale, I didn't let one woman, except for like maybe my neighbors in the building, meet my son. I have never introduced my son to one woman until I got to Miami, and she was the first woman that I ever introduced to my son that was actually going to come around my son. So
where's your son's mom?
Here in Miami, 5 minutes from us.
Okay, so you see her, right?
Yeah.
Very interesting. This is great stuff. I mean,
so
great story, bro.
Yeah. After that, when I really knew that I fell in love with her, she was playing with banks, and she was doing like this thing where like you put your feet up and he's like climbing on her and stuff like that. I just looked. I was like, shit, dude, I really love this girl. I was like, this is it. And then Father's Day, I got her pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
Really? On Father's Day?
On Father's Day.
That is
We slept
great.
together the first time on Valentine's Day.
Really? Well, it's coming up Valentine's Day. pretty
Yeah,
soon.
yeah.
Is really great. I'm asking some of these questions because I'm single for the first time and I'm actually in the scene a little bit.
Yeah,
And I don't know what the rules are.
yeah.
These women are ruthless.
I know, and I'm a target. I'm a big target, and
Yeah.
but I'm also very aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting what I'm going through. So I'm taking in this information
Yeah.
because I'm shocked.
Have you been with anyone recently?
On a
Yeah.
date.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Nice.
I had my second date in 35 years.
Oh, you had a second date?
My second date. I got a lot of first dates. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Even when I think I'm interested, I even have a good time.
Well,
I've never had a second date until just recently.
I've only dated Latin women my whole life. I've never been with a white girl.
She happens to be a Latin woman.
Oh.
Now, you're not Latin, are you?
No.
Yeah.
I'm white as
You're a
fuck.
white boy.
Yeah. Irish, German, smidge
Yeah,
Italian.
yeah. I see that. I see it in you.
Yeah. So,
You're a mix, but you're a good-looking boy, and it's really, really cool that the first time when we spoke on the phone one time, maybe one of the first times we spoke on the phone, we were doing a FaceTime, I think. I don't remember, but then
yeah, I'm a FaceTime guy.
You introduced me to her,
Yeah.
and I remember saying, "Oh, Vay, great." And then she comes on, and we're talking, and she's an impressive young woman, beautiful.
Yep.
Elegant, classy. Stephanie loved you.
Yeah.
You can sense
Peer class.
You can sense somebody's energy,
Mhm.
and there's just goodness that comes from you, sweetness, goodness.
She's the backbone of our family. She's my second set of eyes.
Like I said to you earlier, if she makes you a better man, that's it. Because what else is going to make you a better man, bro? Not money.
Yeah. No.
Not the scene.
Nope.
I promise you, none of that. That's going to make you less of a man. All these things. And if you can find a woman that actually makes you a better man and makes you want to be that better man.
Yep.
And even when she comes in here for 2 minutes, Stephanie, I like tighten up.
Yeah.
I feel
Every day I
like
literally
I'm a
wake
better
up.
person.
Every day I literally wake up to serve her and my family. That's it.
It's great.
I take great care of that woman.
Well, that's a great thing, and she'll take great care of you. That's what it's about.
No, she does take good care of me.
That's what it's all about. That's what a relationship is about. When you're weak, when you're soft, if something happens, you're sick. Remember, I went to prison.
Yeah.
She stepped up and took care of the family. We didn't miss one beat.
Yeah.
Both my kids excelled in school, excelled with, they're more popular, and they're not like fucked up. They're not using drugs. They're successful. I mean, it's just a really beautiful thing, and that's because there's a strong woman in the family. If God forbid something happens to you and you're out of it for a minute, you don't have to worry about this one.
No.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what a team is. You make a team.
I know she would have my back because she's had my back through.
She'll do more than have you. She'll do better than you do.
Yeah.
Trust. That's the key. This woman.
She has my full trust. I told her that the other day. Undeniable full trust.
Well, that's beautiful.
I don't even second guess nothing with her.
I'll tell you a funny story. So, we ran into each other at the Aspire tour, and you had a friend there with you. I thought she was very pretty. And we were just hanging out, and she starts smiling, and I'm like, whoa, what a smile this girl has. So I said, nice smile. And she looks at me, smiling, and she's like, they're all veneers. It's so cute. And I said, all veneers.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
So we're talking, and she goes, yeah, I'm married. And I'm like, where is he? She goes, somewhere. And then Anthony is his name.
Yeah.
And I see him, and I go, bro, you did a great job, right?
Yeah.
And they're like two little kids, I'm thinking, but they're so cute, like.
Yeah.
I met him for like, it was 5 minutes, right? Your son's running around. You're like, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm taking care of Banks. It was very cute. And then I go back that night, and I see that they're following me on social media. And so I look at them, and I'm like, they get 9 million followers. I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah, they're huge.
I said, who are these fucking people? They're so humble. They're so nice, right?
Yeah, great people.
And then, a couple of my followers or friends that are part of Raw Media saw this, and they said, oh, you know what, Nick and Anna, what are they called?
Aunt and Anna.
Yeah, Aunt Anna. You know Aunt Anna? I said, no, I just met him.
Yeah.
They said, bro, I've been following them for 6 years. I have like no idea who these people are. It was just so sweet.
You gotta get them on the pod. They'll come to the pod.
I think that Stephanie organized that already. But I'm
Okay.
saying this is your friend, right?
No, it's I met them through Kelly.
Ah,
Remember, I told you I
beautiful.
networked with every single couple in the world.
Everybody.
Yeah, I know everyone.
Are they OnlyFans people?
No, hell no. I did. So that's the. Anna said she respected that. I didn't reach out to them and ask them to do that because we were talking about that one night. Because I was like, I reached out to every couple but you guys and a couple other couples because I respected and I knew that this just wasn't for you. She's like, wow, I really respect that.
Remember she said that they wouldn't have done it because their family is like centered is God.
Yeah.
I felt goodness when I met them.
Yeah.
And like the guy comes in, and I'm looking at your girlfriend, this girl, and this guy comes in, and I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, you could feel goodness coming out of this kid. I swear I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that way about men, very rarely.
Mm.
And it was just a very funny moment, like that whole thing. And, And you have so much courage. Some women, they wear like tents. They're wrapped up when they're pregnant, all this and that. And she came in with this very cool outfit. I forgot what it was, but it was just so cute. It's so cool.
I picked it out, by the way.
I'll bet.
Yeah, I picked it out.
They're not giving it away either, right?
No.
And look at today, you know what I mean? It's just beautiful. I think it's just the most wonderful thing, I used to love when Stephanie was pregnant.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. You know what I mean?
I'm always rubbing on her belly and stuff like that.
Make sure you talk to the baby.
Yeah.
They're really here.
Yeah.
For real.
My son talks to the baby more. He's always rubbing on the belly and this is my baby
That's
and
so
kissing
sweet.
on the baby. My son is obsessed with her stomach.
Yeah.
Like
he's like, I want you to always have a belly.
He probably doesn't even know you without it, right?
Yeah. No, he does.
no, he does. Yeah.
How long you been together now?
A year.
When was that first day?
Well,
when was your first day in Miami?
The 17th of January. That was our first day.
1 year ago?
Yeah, 1 year ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we got to work quickly.
January 17th of 25.
Yeah.
But you waited a good minute.
We did, yeah.
I can't imagine waiting 20 days or 3 or 4 months. Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm too old. I'll be like 90.
Yeah.
You want to go to bed with me? I'm 90. I can't.
I was just trying to show her that I was patient,
How old are you?
I'm 30. Oh shit, I'm 34.
I've done that twice already.
Yeah.
I'm 68. Literally, I've done it twice.
I just wanted to show her that I respected.
And when's your
her.
birthday?
November 17th.
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Oh,
Yes,
man,
sir.
I got your number. And what about you?
August 9th, I'm a Leo.
Oh boy, a Leo. I had relationships with Scorpios and Leos.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know shit about
Kim
zodiac signs.
Dapolito and Cheryl Brand.
Yeah.
Both. It's very interesting. But yeah, I've been around. But it's really, really a privilege to get to know you guys. This is great. And so tell us all what you're doing now. What are you up to now? I know you're trading with this kid. He just did
So
some crypto trades.
So I'm in the meme coin space. I have like a Web3 like marketing company. I manage about 200 to 300 KOLs. So like these crypto coins, they come to me and they have budgets. I help allocate them and I specialize in
I met
short
Sam
form video.
Cashew, right? Cashew, whatever it's called.
Yeah. So Sam, he came to me and he does that for stocks. So I do it for
Right.
crypto. He does it for stocks.
Oh, okay.
That's really cool. And then I am going to be doing live trading with my friend Brap.
I love that. If you can pull it off, it'll be great. And then this Masuko Media.
Yeah, Masuko Media, that's cool too. Yeah, so I'm partner.
I'm in there now.
Yeah.
You know, and you
We
put me
manage
in.
you. Yeah.
And I brought somebody in already.
Yeah, we're doing great for you.
They're great.
We're crushing it for
This
you.
Wesley's
So that's-
amazing.
Yeah, Wes is
He's brilliant.
So the funny thing is, both those dudes used to work with me over at Creators Inc. And they
Really?
quit working at Creators Inc. And then we all kind of came together and started working together.
And he's from the West Coast, Wesley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wes is a great dude.
He's a top shelf guy at what he does.
No, amazing.
I'm like shocked.
So what Masuko Media is, everyone, is Facebook monetization. So we manage Ross's Facebook and help him grow on there.
And I'm going to
Essentially.
be bringing more people to you guys.
Yeah.
Because they're great. I'll recommend you now. It's like I actually I tagged you today in my
Yeah.
post, and I tagged them.
Yeah.
You know,
we
'cause
need to get the real Bradley on there.
we could do that.
We need to get
That we
Brad.
could do.
Yeah.
Brad's a killer.
But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I'm doing right now. But it's just pretty much the marketing company, the live trading. Rocky's trading with me. Rocky
I saw that.
Rocky made some money in meme coins too. She made like a little $8,000 one week.
Make sure you put it away. You know what I mean? Don't just keep rolling it in.
I'm pretty tight with my money.
You're pretty responsible. You're a little Jewish with your money. That's
Yeah.
what we like to say.
I always tell him that. I'm like, must be half Jewish or something.
You got to get a little Jewish.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, by the way.
We're gonna go create a joint bank account this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That way she
exciting
can
stuff.
manage all the money.
You'll be living on food stamps.
Yeah.
But you'll have plenty of money, and you have plenty of money for your future.
Yeah. So
And there's nothing wrong with that.
So I wanted to ask you for the viewers. So say I come into, a couple million, $1 million or $2 million over the next 3 or 4 months. Where should I put it and what should I do with it?
That's a conversation we're going to have off camera, and I'll show you how to set it up in the right place, in the right way, how to protect it forever.
Okay.
And you got to forget that it's money. It becomes capital.
Yep.
So every day you wake up and, the trick is like this. You probably know this, but this is what I teach. That's why guys hire me. Big guys hire me. Everybody makes money when they're working. Everybody. I mean, guys that clean the streets, the maids that work in hotels. The key is to make money when you're sleeping.
Yep.
That's the key. And in order to do that, you need to amass some sort of capital. And I teach people how to take money and turn it into capital, because capital produces money.
Oh, I forgot. We have a skincare line coming out. I bought that for her for Christmas. I said, hey, I'm going to pay for you to have your own skincare line. So we developed products. We have really good products coming out. It's going to be, the website's almost done, and we're going to be launching that here at the end of the month.
Very cool. I think about earlier in the podcast when you told the story about McDonald's, and you don't want to be too close to the food because of the oils in your skin.
Yeah.
I mean, I never heard anybody talk like that.
Yeah.
I've never heard. I've been around, bro.
Yeah,
I've never heard anybody talk like that. So you have beautiful skin.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
She's magnificent looking, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I never heard anybody talk like that. So I'm not shocked if you're gonna have a skincare line.
I'm excited for it.
It's on your mind, skincare.
Should we? This will probably be out by the time. Should we say the name of the skincare line? Yeah. So it's called She Is Skin.
Say it again.
She Is Skin.
Beautiful. That's cool.
Yeah, and the abbreviation is CIS.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're really excited for that, and it's gonna be like subscription based.
Okay, and you're a marketing guy.
Yeah.
And you're still a social media guy, right?
Yep.
So we're going to be building back
on
social media. Is that?
We're going to be focused on live selling, TikTok shop.
Yep.
Making sure our Amazon store is ranked. We're going to be Shopify, a lot of SEO. We're going to be on Whatnot. We're going to be everywhere. And we're going to be running ads too. So we're going to hit it at all angles. There's no way for this to fail.
Well, you're going to make it happen. That's what it is.
Definitely. I'm excited. This is my first time in the e-com space.
Just don't extend yourself too much. Just pick a few products, focus on a few products, and then you can go to the brand.
I think we have 5 products.
That's plenty.
Yep.
I would tell you even to do 3 or 4. I have some experience in this. I have a friend that he happens to be gay.
Yeah.
And he developed a line of products, and they sell to the gay community.
Nice.
My friend makes $1 million a month.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's built sort of this built-in community, and they support each other. But he knows what guys like, and I mean, it's an unbelievable thing. Skincare.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gay skincare.
Yeah. But one of the things is you just don't extend yourself with too many products.
Yeah. You
build 1, 2, your top 2, 3 products. You focus on that. You blast them out everywhere the way you talk. Yep. And you're a brilliant young man, and
we have like a package deal. So it's like a process, like
right. I get
wash your face, put this on, and then we have a tallow, which is really good for like eczema, and it's just like the body just absorbs the fuck out of it, and it lasts, moisturizes for like 5 times longer.
We're going to cut a short clip about your McDonald's story.
Yeah.
And people are going to see how serious you are about facial
That clip
oils
went viral on the Brad Lee's podcast. I think it did like 2 million views when I told that story.
Listen, Brad and I have one clip it's over 11 million views.
Yeah.
It was his #1 clip, believe it or not.
Wow.
It was shocking, right?
I'm trying to think
I
if
passed
I have
Ty Lopez. I was shocked. Ty Lopez was #1 on his grid. I passed him by 1 million views already.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any other crazy stories about. I threw up on a girl one time.
I think we all have.
Another girl,
I'm
yeah.
playing.
I threw up on another girl.
As long as you don't throw up on this girl.
Yeah, no.
You know,
I
that's
get nervous. I'm like, hopefully he doesn't project bio vomit on me.
well, you know what's really cute? I'll tell you this. When I do vomit, it's projectile too.
Really?
I'm like when I throw up, it's violent. I don't throw up much, hardly ever. When I do, it's like my body goes freaking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Stephanie used to think I was having a heart attack or something. Like spasm.
That's insane.
It's just funny because my body just like, I can keep it down. Keep it down. But at some point,
yeah, it's horrible.
My body expels it. So I have a feeling we're going to be doing another one of these at some point in the future because you're a fascinating young man. You're a beautiful couple. I happen to know you guys now, being out. I've met your son, and your story is really great. And I know that the world is going to want to keep up with Kellan Ness. And is Rocky Ness? I mean,
yeah, it's kind of
Rocky Ness.
She said I can't propose until after the baby's here.
I like it.
I'm going to get her a beautiful ring. I'm going to propose real nice.
I like it. Don't tell her now. Don't tell her what's happening.
I won't. My last proposal was really nice, so I got to top that one.
Okay. I had a pretty cool one too, but it's very wild. But I want to thank you for coming in today. This has been really an adventure. It's really great to get to know you this way.
Yeah,
and, you know, it's going to be exciting. I got
to get you on my podcast.
I can't wait. I'm excited for the next year. I have a feeling you're going to explode in the next year in a positive way.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And then watching,
because I'm gonna have my podcast up and rolling. I wasn't like I did my podcast, but I couldn't afford to keep it going. Now I could do that.
Well, you know, it's one brick at a time.
Yeah.
One day at a time. You're doing a lot of different. You got your hands in a bunch of pots right now.
Yeah.
Another thing, don't spread yourself too thin.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? It's for when you're young and you're passionate. You have a lot of energy. You have a lot of opportunity. Try to keep it down to a few. Stay with high value people. You do business with people that are smarter than you, that are better than you, that seem decent and you know, trustworthy and hardworking. And you know, every dude in Miami is going to want to be, you know, be in your ear. You know, let's do this, let's do that. 3 words for a guy like you. 3: easy does it. I'm not saying to take it easy because you don't know how to take it easy.
Yeah.
But easy does it.
Yeah.
3 words for you. Take a breath. You pray on stuff. You talk to your partner. And, you know, God's going to show you the way.
Man, He's showed me. It's crazy because anything that I do, it's like He bends the universe for me.
Yes, He does.
Yeah, it's wild.
All right, I want to say thank you guys for coming in.
I appreciate it.
This has been great fun.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, Kellan Ness and Rocky.